And he was like, wow, I've never got a blanket before. And then I was really excited about that. I had an original idea. And then I hugged him, and he was really sweet. Zach was really sweet. And then I went over to Cameron. Camera keys. Okay. I got Cameron. I gave Cameron the bag, so I made it all for him. I go to Cameron and I gave him a blanket. It was giraffe print. A real life giraffe, like I adopted it from WWF. It lives in Africa. And I actually got that before he got his first giraffe. And then I realized that he got his other giraffe, and I was like, oh no. So I had to give him more. That's how the blankets came about.
Teardrop.
So, a real life giraffe, and
Oreos?
No, oh yeah, caramel corn and chocolate chip cookies for all of them to share.
I really hope you did share with them.
Yeah.
That caramel corn is really good.
And then, Cameron was the sweetest too. He was like, "Oh, that's so sweet of you. I love it." And I don't think he ever saw his like real life giraffe, because I'm sure he would have freaked out.
He saw the giraffe blanket. He's like, "What?"
He saw the giraffe blanket and he was like, "Whoa, giraffe blanket!" And then after we just kind of hung out for a minute and talked. And we talked about nothing and everything.
Tell him about the lightsaber.
Okay, here's a lightsaber story.
Oh man.
Michael opened up. He got his lightsaber. He was like, zoom, 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 and he was like,
And it was lighting
and
up.
Cameron was like, "Dude, you got a lightsaber?" And I was like, Be careful with that. You could hurt somebody." And he's like, "I know. Where's Nathan?" And it was really funny. And then Nathan had the cutest gloves on. And
He had reindeers on them.
And I got hugs from him like every 2 seconds. He was like, "Hi. Hey." It was cute. And then I went over down to the stage. Front row center. Oh yeah. Oh wait, she should tell her story.
Yeah. I have well, I first walked up there and Cameron hugged me and I was like, "Oh my goodness." And but anyway, I didn't know what to say and I was just standing there awkwardly and he's like, "Dude, were you wearing a big coat earlier?" And I'm like, "Mm-hmm." And he goes, "I saw you." And I'm like, "Dude, she has cool pants." I'm like, "Thanks." And then he's like, "I saw your shirt too." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness, I want that shirt." I'm like, "Thanks." Like that's all I could say all night. And that's pretty much it. Then
Oh
we gave
yeah,
them the present.
that's how we figured out he was creeping out our dancing.
Yeah. And I was going to walk over to the stage and Nathan was rocking out to Action Item. He was going like so I'm trying to figure out how do I get by him without getting hit in the face. So I go to try and duck underneath him, like underneath his dreads, but I get hit in the face with them anyway. And he goes, "Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Uh-huh." And he's like, I'm really sorry." And I'm like, "Don't worry, it happens all the time." And just like, "That's cool." I'm like, awkward. Like,
Yeah, and that's her story.
yeah. Then I walked out to the stage.
We walked on the stage. All right.
Oh, Haley's glasses.
Oh yeah. So anyway, that's after. We walked on the stage. We were front and center. And Action Item just finished sound checking. They were just kind of chilling on stage, and some girl was like, "Anthony," and he looked over and she's like, "Can we color after the show?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course. Kayla and I did that last time." And I was like, "You remember me?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course." And that made me really happy. And then I just started talking to Anthony. We talked for like 10 minutes. And then he had to go get off to get ready to play. And so about 10 minutes later, they came on. And there's summer out there, so was that the door?
No, that's the washing machine.
Okay. So they came on stage, and Anthony and the beginning of summer out there was the coolest. And Anthony and I had this like brother sister kind of connection going on. Weird noises.
Probably mice in this feeling.
Weird.
I know, right?
Anyway.
Back to reality.
Oh yeah, we were just making funny faces at each other the entire set. Like, we were just making faces, and he was making faces back, and it was fantastic. And then after an action I played, Brian had technical difficulties. It was kind of funny because his microphone broke. And they were really, really good, and I knew every word to every song. Oh, yes. And then they went off, and Steven Jerzak came on.
Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot to tell the story. Oh, I forgot to tell the story. Rewind. Okay.
Back it up.
So, I went to take my poster out, and I'm like, oh crap, I left it in Cameron's bag.
Oh, snap.
And the VIP meet and greet was just ending. So I go up there, and I'm like, Cameron, I think I forgot my poster in your gift bag. And he was like, oh, that's no big deal. And he reached into his bag, and he took out the poster, he looked at it, he's like, oh, that's really cute. And I was like, oh. And it said, hello, it looked like a name tag. It said hello, instead of my name is, it said I wish my name was, and then underneath it said Amy. And he was like, oh, that's cute. And I was like, thanks. And then my friend Haley came up with me, and she's like, Cameron, can you sign my poster? And he signed her poster. No, okay. And then he was like, of course, can I sign your face, though? He's like, can I sign your face, too? And then she's like, no,
And Nathan
Cameron.
was standing next to him, and he goes, can I scribble out the lenses of your glasses?
No, that's not how it went. That's not how it went. And he's like, he's like, can I sign your face? And she's like, no, my mom would get mad. And so he's like, can I sign your glasses? And she's like, and he's like, I'll just scribble out the lenses so you can't see. And she's like, I don't know, Cameron. That seems like a bad idea to me. And then he's like, oh, well, can I sign that part right here then? And she's like, yeah, of course. And then he signed them, and he was like, he took them, and he blew on them. He was like, forever. Now you'll always have me whenever you look, or whenever you see. And she's like, it's all the time. He's like, pretty much. And it was really sweet. And they went back down, and she went to go get merch, and I saved our spots. And Heather and Carrie came down, and they stood next to us. And then it was a great time. And Steven and I did the whole action item story.
Mm-hmm.
And Steven Jerzak came on, and it was scary as crap. I love Steven Jerzak. I love his music so much, and I love him. But his fans are scary.
This is part of Heather and Carrie saving my life. I was standing behind Kayla, and they were like mosh pitting and crowd surfing, and Heather was creating like a human barricade for me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Heather, thank you so much. If you're watching this, thank you, cause like I got bruised, and if I can't even imagine how badly she got bruised if I got bruised from that.
Yeah, and then
That's bad.
it was scary. They were
And they're crowd surfing.
Yeah, there was crowd surfing and moshing going on, and it was scary.
Oh my gosh, Carrie.
Oh yeah, Carrie. That's not till the next story.
Oh, that's not till the aesthetic.
And Carrie and Heather got taken down a lot, and we got taken down a few times. And then
I want to tell my part of my concert story from when the girl crowd surfing and the girl.
no, that's unnecessary.
Okay.
And then Synesthetic came on, and they were good. I liked it. The only songs I knew were they did a Mine/Down cover, and they did Beauty and the Breakdown, and those were the only ones I knew. And so
people were mosh pitting still crowd surfing.
And Carrie got like taken down during one song, like literally taken down. Like she got smashed up against the barrier and then fell backwards. And Andrew was like, he mouthed her. He was like, she nodded, and then after the show, he came up to her and he was like, "Are you okay?" And then, excuse my language. I'm sorry if any little kids are watching this, but he's like, "You got your ass kicked out there," and she thought it was really sweet of him, and she laughed and it was like, "Yeah, I'm okay." And then during their Mine cover,
this is funny.
Eric came over and he sang. He put he's like, I remember we were sitting there by the water. You put your arm around me for the first time. And when he sang that, he tried to put his arm around me from the stage,
But he was more like...
and he ended up just like patting the back of my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny and awkward at the same time, but it was cute. He tried to put his arm around me. And it was...
What was that?
Yeah. And then, they went off. And next, it took like 20 minutes to set up. All-Star came on. Yay!
All-Star Weekend, Kayla. They're not All-Star anymore.
Shut up. They'll always be All-Star to me.
Aw. Anyway,
All-Star came on. And they were like... Actually, Dylan came on first. And we were like, Dylan, we love you! And then he like hand-hearted and smiled. And then everyone was quiet, and I yelled, Dylan, I love your shoes! And he laughed, and he gave me a thumbs up.
And then Carrie and Heather were like, Dylan the Manderson.
And yeah, and we got him he had the nickname Dylan the Manderson.
Dylan the Manderson.
Yeah, it was intense. And then All-Star came on. The first song was A Different Side of Me, jammed out. Yeah. And I could totally see Zach reading my Amy sign during it.
Yeah.
And
then they did
Then
Magic.
I dropped it. I dropped my sign during the second song.
Oh, and, well, rewind a bit. Before they came on, Seth came on stage to, like, check, like, the guitar and, like, the bass and
No,
stuff.
that's an unnecessary story. That's an unnecessary story.
But it's really funny.
He pretty much swan dived to get Haley's poster that she dropped.
Anyway, back to reality.
I dropped my poster during the second song, which is sad, so they never got to see it. Besides, Zach read it, but I think he had some trouble doing that. And then Cameron read it, but he's such a tease. Anyway, during Amy, they picked some girl who was, like, swearing at the boys outside the venue. And I was like, are you kidding me? You're rude. You're here to see them and you're swearing at them? And then he picked her to be like, Amy, because she probably looked like she was about dead.
Like, she was like, All-Star Weekend and stuff.
Yeah.
Richard. Try not to swear here. Think of nicknames for Richard, and that's what she said.
Okay. So then, I got super duper eye contact that night. Like, during Amy, Cameron sang, like, an entire chorus to me. Made the best day ever. And then he sang Still the One, and he pointed at me twice.
And then, while they were doing Magic, we were just singing the rap, and Nathan looked over at us, and he was just like
surprised that we knew all the words to the rap of Magic.
And it was like the best. It was the best look ever.
And then they were finished playing, and we went over, and we hung out with Action Item. And we were talking to Anthony, and he was like, and she got an Action Item hoodie. And then he was like, I was like, oh, you got a hoodie? I want one so bad. And then he went to Haley, and he was like, are you going to buy a CD? And she's like, I can't, my mom didn't give me any money. So,
he says, I'll make you guys
he's
a
like,
deal.
I'll make you a deal. If Kayla buys a hoodie, Haley, I will give you a free CD. And so, of course, I bought a hoodie. Haley got a free CD. She got it signed by all of the guys. It was fantastic. We hung out with the rest of the guys, called Mark Cheeks, because he's my Cheeks boy.
David told me how I should get, because I had lost my voice, and he told me to, like, make this kind of tea. And I actually got my voice back by drinking it. So, thank you, David, if you're watching, which you're probably not. Just say it.
And then, it was time for the public meet and greet. Yay! And we were, like, second in line. And we got up there, and we handed Seth our camera. We were, like, talking to the boys. And Cameron and Zach were like, oh my god, are you guys okay? We saw you getting, like, squished in the front row. Are you guys okay? And we're like, yeah, we're fine. And then he's like, oh good, I felt so bad. And then we got hugs. I have actually a picture of Cameron saying, oh my god, are you okay to me?
And our picture from the public meet and greet wasn't that good because Nathan's like this in the picture. He's like halfway cut out.
He's like halfway off screen like that. Like that.
And it's like...
And my hair was like...
Literally the caption on that picture is, sorry, Nathan.
Yeah, and then, oh, this video's gonna end in like 10 seconds.
Oh no.
And Michael called her Batman, and we went home, and...
He's like, what's good, Batman?
And everything was happy. Alright,
but then we had post-content depression.